Yeah. Yeah. So in morning session we discussed about abstract keyword. So now I will ask some questions. You have to tell me answer. Suppose the class is there, class A. So inside this class, I have a method, M1 method. So is this valid or not? First, program is completed. Is this valid or not? Right. You don't have method body. That's why you are ending with semicolon. So if I compile it, what will happen? If I compile this program, what will happen? So you will get compile time error. The main method is not at all required for compiling program. Main method is not at all required. If nothing is there, also you can compile the program. In this, you don't have anything. Remove everything, save the file, compile it. Java C xyz.java. Nothing will happen. Okay, right. For compilation, nothing is required. Right. So now you have a class. So inside a class, nothing is there. Then you can compile it. No problem. Compile it. No problem. Now my question is, in my class, this statement is there. So if I compile this, what will happen? Right. So this method don't have any implementation. So that means this method you must define it as an abstract. Okay. You must define it as an abstract. You will get compile time error. Right. Method body is missing. You must define this as an abstract. Right. So if I define it as abstract, so if I try to compile it, what will happen? Right. So you will get one more error saying that you must define the class as abstract. The class is not implemented 100%. So compile it, you are getting error. Okay. So all of you must practice all these things. Then only you will remember. You have to practice this. So now I posted some questions. Maybe some people, at least some people, maybe they tried. So they are trying means. So they are thinking the concept. Without thinking the concept, they cannot answer, right? Right. Okay. Now, చెప్పండమ్మా. సి ప్రోగ్రామ్లోనా? దానికి మెథడ్ డిక్లరేషన్ ఒకసారి ఉంటుంది, ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ ఒకసారి ఉంటుంది. సో సి ప్రోగ్రామ్ రాసినప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తామంటే ఏదో హ్యాష్ ఇంక్లూడ్ స్టేట్మెంట్ రాస్తాం. ఇలా రాసావు ఏదో స్టేట్మెంట్ ఇంకేదో ఉన్నాయనుకో, దాని తర్వాత ఏం చేస్తావు, వాయిడ్ అని చెప్పి యాడ్ ఎలిమెంట్. సో స్టాక్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఏదో ప్రోగ్రామ్ మెథడ్స్ అన్ని డిక్లేర్ చేస్తావు ఇక్కడ. ఇలా మెథడ్స్ అన్ని ఇక్కడ డిక్లేర్ చేస్తావు. డిక్లేర్ చేసిన తర్వాత సో సమ్వేర్ యూ విల్ రైట్ ద బాడీ యాడ్ ఎలిమెంట్స్ అని చెప్పి ఇలా రాస్తావు. ఓకేనా? సో అక్కడేమి అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్ కీవర్డ్ ఏం లేరు. సో అక్కడ మెథడ్ డిక్లరేషన్స్ ఉంటుంది. ఆ మెథడ్ డిక్లరేషన్ చేసి మెథడ్ కనుక ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయకపోతే యూ విల్ గెట్ కంపైల్ టైమ్ ఎర్రర్. రైట్. సో అక్కడ అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్ కీవర్డ్స్ ఏం లేవు. సో దానికి దీనికి డిఫరెంట్. అదే ప్రొసీజర్ ఓరియంటెడ్, ఇది ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఓరియంటెడ్. ప్రొసీజర్ ఓరియంటెడ్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, ఫస్ట్ ఫంక్షన్స్ అన్ని డిక్లేర్ చేసుకొని దాని తర్వాత ఫంక్షన్స్ ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేస్తున్నాం. అక్కడ అబ్స్ట్రాక్షన్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది లేదు అక్కడ. ఓకేనా? రైట్. సో ఏమన్నా ఉంటే చూద్దాం సి లాంగ్వేజ్ తర్వాత. రైట్. సో ప్రస్తుతానికి సపోజ్ ఇఫ్ యూ డిఫైన్ ఏ క్లాస్ యాజ్ ఎ ఫైనల్, వాట్ విల్ హ్యాపన్? So is this valid or not? You have to tell me. You have to answer now. So this is where you have to think more. So abstract and final combination is possible or not? Morning we discussed it. Suppose if final keyword is not there, then what you have to do? You need to write a class, extends a class, and provide the body. So inside the class, you must implement this method. In failed classes, you must provide the implementation for parent class abstract methods. That is the rule. So this is valid. Suppose if you define a final keyword here, what will happen? So final keyword here, that means this is a final class. Final class means inheritance is not possible. So if you define a class as a final class, inheritance is not possible. But inside this class, you are writing an abstract method. If you are writing an abstract method means must and should గా సో చైల్డ్ ఉండాలి. చైల్డ్ ఉండి దాంట్లో చైల్డ్ ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ చేయాలి మెథడ్కి, abstract మెథడ్ అంతే కదా. సో ఇఫ్ యు ఆర్ రైటింగ్ లైక్ దిస్ ఇస్ ఇల్లీగల్ కాంబినేషన్. Okay, so the final class is there. Inside the final class, if you are trying to write an abstract method, that is illegal. Okay, so if you are trying to compile it, you will get compile time error. So here I am not changing, I am not writing the subclass. So if I am trying to compile it, what will happen? Just compile it. So it is saying that, right, A is not abstract and it does not override an abstract method A1. Okay, so actually it is throwing error message saying that inside the M1 method that is abstract, that is not overridden. So if it is not overridden, it is forcing you to declare this as abstract. So that is the error message it was thrown. So if you compile once again, what will happen? So it will throw error saying that illegal combination. So illegal combination of modifiers abstract and final. So this combination is not valid. Right. So now you tell me, suppose class is abstract, a method is there, the method is final. So is this valid or not? So class is there. So you can define a class as an abstract class if you don't have any methods also. Morning we discussed. So see here, class A is there. Before the class you are applying abstract. So try to compile it, you don't get any error. Compile it, no errors. So inside this I am writing a method without using final keyword. So save this, compile it, no errors. Suppose this method is a final method, is there any error? That is what my question. So just now we discussed abstract and final combination is invalid. In case of class is a final and a method is abstract, we discussed that is illegal combination. Now I reversed it. I make the class as abstract, I make the method as a final. So is this valid or not? Yeah, this is valid. So you have to remember these points. Right? So this is valid. So ఎందుకు valid? So final method, you can write any number of final methods inside a class, no problem. So you can declare a class as abstract, no problem. If you are having abstract methods, if you don't have abstract methods, you can declare a method as abstract. Why you are declaring a method as abstract? So others are not allowed to create an object for your class. If you don't want the other people to create object for your class, you can make your class as a abstract class. That is one way. Or you can write private constructor, that is another way. Okay, right. Now you have to answer me one more question. So I hope we covered all these things in morning session. So A class is there. A class contains one method, public void M1 method. I have one more class, class B, extends A. Right. So inside this class, I am trying to make this method as an abstract method. Is this valid or not? See, observe here, nothing is there. In A class, you have a method, M1 method. So you are created a child class for this A class. Child class is there. Inside the child class, so you are making this method as an abstract method. Is this valid or not? You are not overriding it. You are making it as abstract. Is this valid or not? That means non-abstract method to abstract method. Non-abstract method to abstract method. So in this case, maybe you will get ABC class does not contain M1 method. You can define the B class as an abstract class. Okay, I will create this is an abstract class. So is this valid or not? So B class contains abstract method, then in that case you must define B class as an abstract class. That is valid. So that's why I defined this as abstract. So is this valid or not? That means the question is non-abstract method, can we make it as an abstract method or not? Yes, we can make it. Compile, you are not getting any compile time error, right? Right. So I hope this one also you know maybe. So in this case, what will happen? So can I compile this program? So in interview, you will face this kind of questions only. So class A is there. Inside a class, abstract method is there. So this class must be abstract. So now you are trying to provide a subclass. In the subclass, nothing is there. So in this case, what is the? Do you face any error? So you must provide the method implementation. If you are not providing the implementation, compiler will throw error saying that must implement the M1 method, not overridden M1 method. You will get the error like that, right? So B not abstract does not override in the M1 method. So that is not abstract and that is not override in M1 method. So these kind of questions you may be get. So I am requesting everyone, please practice the whatever I am discussing. So maybe everything is one point, so you have to practice it, you have to remember it. So is this possible or not? So you must be in a position to answer, right? So we will discuss interfaces concept. So this is like a abstract only. Okay, so you have three types of classes actually. First one is concrete class, second one is abstract class, right? Then pure abstract class. That means everything contains abstract methods only. Some other classes also there, inner classes are there, anonymous inner classes are there, right? So some other classes also there in future. Okay, we will discuss what are there, what are the types of classes also. We will discuss, no problem. So outer classes, inner classes, anonymous inner classes, and so if you interface methods is empty implementation, then you can call some other way, right? Adapter class is there, right? So we will try to discuss interfaces concept. After the interfaces, so we will try to cover public, private, protected, and default. Okay, so public, private, protected, default in case of packages concept. That means after the interfaces concept is completed, so we will try to cover packages. In the packages, how to create a package, how to create a sub package. So in the packages, if different locations are there, in different locations, how to access the different classes. So what are the access level? If you are using public, what will happen? Private, what will happen? Protected, what will happen? So we will learn those. So after that, whatever the keywords are there, that means access modifier keywords. Remaining keywords we will discuss like transient, volatile, right? Static we already covered. Public we already sorry. Final we already covered, right? Abstract also we covered. We are learning interface now. So if there are any other things, then we will discuss like synchronized method, strict FP method, native method. So we will cover those also, right? All these are modifiers. We need to learn the modifiers also. So we will see interfaces concept. So in this session, just try to learn what is the interface. So what it contains, that's it, right? So how to provide the implementation for interfaces methods, right? Can we create an object for interface or not? So in this way, we will learn one by one, right? So interface means what is the interface? So interface is like a mediator only, right? So mediator only. So mediator like a, between the customer and a service provider. Okay. So suppose I want internet connection. What I will do in that case? What is my position? I'm a customer. So I want internet connection, some broadband connection. So in this case, I am the customer. If I go to office, then the office people will be the providers, service providers. Okay. So service provider and the customer. So in between, so there is a deal. So what is the deal? So I will pay this much, what you will provide. Okay, what they will tell, so these are the specifications I will give you, right? So uh, between both of us, the service provider and the customer, so there is a some rules are there. So I must follow that rule, so they will also follow that rule. Some rules and specifications are there, guidelines they will give, so they will follow those guidelines, right? So in the same way the application will be, right? So that means in the middle layer, so guidelines are there. So that means, so if you pay 400 per month, so I will provide 100 GB data for you, or 200 GB data for you monthly. So if you pay this much, so I will give yearly this much data. If there is any issue, network issue or any other problems, then I will solve in this many number of days. So like this, some points will be there, right? So that is a what we can say that legal మాట్లాడుకుంటా ఏదో రాసుకుంటాం బాండ్. సో బిట్వీన్ ద బాండ్ బిట్వీన్ ద సర్వీస్ ప్రొవైడర్ అండ్ ద కస్టమర్, right? But inside the bond, so they will not tell how they are providing the internet. So where is the server, from where they are getting the data, so where so network issues, where the hub, where the router, so from there, and they won't discuss all these things. So what is there inside the document? So they will give me the highlight guidelines. Okay, I will go and pay, so they will follow the guidelines, but internally what they are implementing they don't tell me, right? So interface is also exactly same. Interface discuss about requirement specification, only requirements, nothing else. How they are implementing, they won't discuss. So interface is between the middle layer between the service provider and the customer. Okay, so if you are going for a ATM center, so in the ATM center what is there, machine is there. So what the machine will do, so machine is the interface between me and the bank server. Okay na? So ATM machine unte ATM machine em chestadi, so it will give me some guidelines. So you enter your number, that's it. So I will enter something, so it will go and interact with the database bank server, and it will fetch the details. So here who is the mediator between the bank and the customer? ATM machine. So ATM machine is giving some guidelines, right? So requirement specifications will talks about interface. Interface means it contains only requirement specifications, it won't talk about implementation, how they are implemented it won't talk, right? So interface means, interface is like a class. It's like a class, it contains all abstract methods. That means only requirement specifications, no implementation at all. But this is up to 1.5. 1.5 means up to 1.8. From 1.8 onwards, so in interfaces also they are adding default methods, and they are adding static methods also, private methods, private static methods, right? So we will discuss those things in later means when we are discussing 1.8 features, that time I will cover. So what are the 1.8 features I will cover, like lambda expressions, so these interfaces methods, private methods, default methods, so we'll discuss at that time, right? So at this moment, interface means interface contains only methods, all are abstract methods, only requirement specification, no implementation at all. Right. So how to write an interface? Using the keyword interface keyword. So like a class syntax, same syntax you have to follow. Class name, open brace, close brace. So interface name, interface INTER, interface one. So you can give any name, that is your wish, right? So interface one, that's it. So this is syntax. So try to compile it, what will happen? So before compiling, I just clear whatever is there inside that folder, daily classes folder. So I am removing everything, Control A, except Java xyz.java. So our file name is xyz.java only. Right. So deleted everything. So if you compile a program, if you compile a class, it will generate dot class file, right? So suppose here class is there, class ABC. So if you compile this program, it will generate dot class file for this ABC class. For interface, it will generate a dot class file or not. So in first class I discussed you. So one class is there or more than one class is there. If you compile the program, how many number of classes are there, those many number of dot class files will be created. So in the same way, now I have an interface. If I compile this interface, it will generate byte class or not. That means dot class file or not. So see, observe here. So in this folder, nothing is there. Only .java file is there. I am trying to compile it. So I am trying to compile this. Right. Observe here. So Java. See, what is my file name? xyz.java. So interface name int1, but file name is xyz.java. So you need to use the file name while compiling. I compiled it. So it generated intr1 class. That means for interfaces also it will generate bytecode. Okay, interfaces also it will generate bytecode. If you have two interfaces, it will generate two dot class files, right? So compile the file. Sorry, name is wrong. So I am using the same name. Compile it. It is generated two classes, right? See, it is overridden first one. It is generated second one. That means for interface it will generate a bytecode, right? So now what you can write inside the interface? So can you write a method? Can you write a method like this? So is it possible to write a method like this? Yeah. So here you are writing the body. That means implementation. Actually, what is the interface? Interface will talk about specifications, requirement specifications only, not implementation. But here we are writing implementation also. Okay. So you written implementation, that is okay. But you are using which version of Java, that is important. If you are using before 1.8 Java, so that is valid. Okay. So interface contains only abstract methods before the Java 1.8. From 1.8 onwards, the picture will change. Okay, now I am using which version of Java? I am using 16 version. So here I may be right. I will check whether I will write or not. So actually you can write default methods, static methods. But here this is not a default. This is a default means you must use the keyword default here. In case of interfaces only, not in case of classes. Okay. So I hope you are getting the point. If class is there, right? Class is there. You are writing a method m1 method with body. So if you are not writing anything, that is called default. You are not supposed to write default keyword. So if you are trying to write default keyword, you will get compile time error. Right? If I am trying to compile it, so I will get compile time error. So default modifier is not allowed here. But in case of interface, if a method is there, okay, this is not, no need to discuss now, but we can write default methods. I am trying to say default void, right? I am commenting this one, right? So save the file and compile it. What happened? Interface enum something line number 11. What happened? This is not commented, so that is a problem. I removed it. So inside a interface, you can write only requirement specifications, no method implementation, up to Java 1.8 version. Right, from 1.8 version onwards, you can write the methods with a body. But while writing the method implementation with body, either you can use default or static here. We will discuss these two later, but I am trying to show you. Right. So if I am trying to compile it, no error. Okay, that means you can write a method with body inside a interface also, but without using the default or static. If you are trying to write, what will happen? So you are getting the error message saying that interface abstract methods can have body. So that means in interface you have only abstract methods. Abstract methods don't have body, so this is invalid. It is saying that. So if you are writing default method or static method, that is okay. If you are not writing default or static method, in that case you must define this method as a abstract method. So if you are not defining it also, if you are ending with semicolon, by default it will take abstract only. You are not supposed to write body. Right. So now in my interface, I have a method. The method is talking about requirement only, no implementation. So in this case, by default, this method is public and abstract method. Right? Public and abstract method. Try to compile it. So no error. So how many number of methods you can write? How many number of methods you can write? That is up to you. You can write any number of methods, no problem. All must be abstract methods. So all the methods must be abstract methods. Try to compile it. No error. Right. Suppose can you write like this? Is this valid or not? Suppose if you are not using any public or abstract keyword by default while compiling, so it will consider it as a public abstract. So how do you know it was added public abstract? So you can verify in this way. Java P. What is your class name? Dot class file name. Enter one. Right, observe here. So you have M1, M2, M3, M4 methods. So just now I added M5. Before M1, M2, M3, M4 methods are there. Only void is there. But whenever you compiled it, the compiler was added these two keywords also. For every method, before the every method, it was added abstract, public and abstract. If you add, if you don't add, by default, interface methods are public abstract methods. So I am adding here. So in this case also, it will add public only. You are already added, it will add public. So observe here, first compile Java C xyz dot Java. Try to use Java P command. What is your class name? Enter one. INTER1. Now see, M1 method is there. M1 method is also, you give only public abstract. It was added public. Right. So suppose if you give public abstract some interval, you can take any float. You can take anything, nothing, no problem. Right? So in this case, all these are equal. M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, all default, by default, public abstract only. If you write, if you don't write, so these are by default public abstract only. If you don't write, compiler will add it. So compiler is adding every method is same, public abstract, public. All these are same. Right. So in general, if you take a class, so inside a class, so what we can write? Inside a class, what we can write? Inside a class, you can write variables, maybe instance variable, static variable, right? Inside a class, you can write a block, maybe instance block, static block. Inside a class, you can write constructor, right? Maybe parameters constructor, default constructor. Inside a block, so what we can write? That's it, right? Methods, blocks, variables. In the same way, what a interface contains, what a interface contains. So you know just now you can write methods, abstract methods you can write. Anything else? Yes. So you can write variables also. You can write variables. Suppose I am writing a variable I. If I write a variable like this, what will happen? Try to observe. I can write variables here. If I am trying to write a variable like this, what will happen? So if I compile the program, I will get compile time error saying that okay, I'm removing all this thing, not required. I will maintain one. That's it. So if I'm trying to compile it, so compile the code, clear the screen, Java C xyz.java. So compiling it, right? So if I compile it, I will get error saying that equal to operator is not there as part of the initialization. So it is expecting this value. Why it is expecting? So it is expecting some value for this variable. So in which case it will expect the value? So morning we covered. So if it is a final instance variable, we must assign the value. If it is a final static variable, you must assign the value. If it is a final local variable, before using it, you must assign the value. That means there is a final condition. In that case, you must assign the value. So here also, interface variables are by default public abstract. Sorry, public static final variables. By default, if a variable is there, that variable is by default public static final variables. So final variables, JVM will not assign any default value. Programmer has to assign it whenever he is declaring a variable. Right. So here you need to assign the value. So in interfaces, so can we write blocks? Can we write constructors? So constructors is not valid 100%. You will try. If you have doubt, enter 1. Right, this is constructor. So if you are trying to add a constructor for the interface, so this is invalid. So interface concept does not contains in constructors. So this is invalid. So can you take a block, instance block or static block? So compile it, right? So this is not allowed here. So if you take static also not allowed. Right. Right. So interface contains only two things up to Java 1.8 version. Variables by default public static final variables. Methods by default public abstract methods. Only two things. From Java 8 onwards, you can add default methods, and you can add make method. Compile, no error. So in 8 version, you can add default methods and you can add static methods also. We will discuss these two later. Right. Now, so this is, if you don't write by default, this is public static final. So can you check from here? So it will not show the variables, it will show, I think it will not show the variables, it will show only methods and constructors only. Right, clear the screen. It won't show the variables if you are trying to see also. So what is your class name? xyz.java. Apply java p int1. It won't show the variables. Yeah, it is showing variables also. Sorry. Yeah. So this is the variable. Variable is by default public static final variable. So you are not written public static final here. So it is showing public static final. So if you write also integer, some j equal to some 20 value. So if you write final, so in this case also it will add for j variable public static. So compile it. So try to check. So I variable and j variable both are public static. You didn't add public static for j variable, it was added. So if you add also, nothing will happen. So you didn't add static keyword here. For the j variable, you didn't add static. Public final is there, static is not there. So in this case, right, it was added public static. Static was added. Right. So in the interface, you have only two things, variables and methods. So variables are by default public static final variables. Methods are public abstract methods if you define, if you don't define. And interface contains default methods and static methods also. Right. Now, is it possible to create object for a interface? Interface object create cheyachha leda? Next question. Suppose if a class is there, one class is there, for that class you can create a object. Suppose a class is there, a is there for a class. Suppose think one more class is there, you have one more class, the class name is xyz. Right, inside this class you have a method, main method. Right, so inside the main method, so you can create an object to a class, no problem. Right, so if you compile this program, you don't get any errors. So compiling the program, no errors. So can you create an object for your interface? Int1. So I am trying to create an object for INTR1. So is this valid? So actually suppose if this class is abstract class, so can you create an object for abstract class? Not possible, right? So abstract class means maybe not implemented 100%, maybe the person is not allowing you to create an object for this class. So in this case the person is not allowing you to create object, so here you are not supposed to create object, so this is invalid. So if you have doubt, you can create object and take it. So I am commenting the below line. So compile it. So compile, you are getting error saying that instantiation is not possible. Why? Because this is abstract. If the abstract is not there, so no error. No error. Right. So now what I am asking, so you are unable to create object for abstract classes. So in the same way, interface contains all abstract methods. It contains all abstract method. How you will create object for interface? This is impossible, right? So here, if you are trying to create object for interface, so it will throw error saying that line number 18, you are not supposed to create object. Compile it. Compile. So you are getting error line number 18. So saying that interface 1 is abstract, cannot instantiation. For interfaces, you are not supposed to create a object. Right. So I hope you are getting the point. So what is the interface? So what a interface contains? So by default, what the types? If a method contains public abstract, if a variable contains public static final variable. So if it is a final variable, you must assign the value. So it is not possible to create object for interface. I hope you are getting all these points. Right. Any doubts as of now? Any doubts as of now? I hope everybody is there. I am audible. Right. Right. So when the topic is started, I told you this is the interface between like a service provider and the customer, right? So in this case, who is the service provider? Who is the customer? So suppose this is the program. So in this program, so who is the service provider? Who is the customer? The service provider is there or not? Customer is there or not? You have to tell me. Suppose this is the interface. So in this interface, so interface means that is a mediator. Okay, requirement specifications only. So consider M1 is the requirement specification, right? So who will implement the requirement specifications? So these are requirement specifications. So I told you, right? So if there is a deal between service provider and customer, like a broadband connection, I am the customer. So person is the service provider. Okay, service provider is promising me I will provide this service. Okay, so how the service will be provided? Who will take care? Service provider will take care. So what are the services he will provide to me? So that is his responsibility to provide the service to me. So at the back end, he will do some work to provide the service to me. So what kind of work he will do? Where he will do? In case of interfaces. In case of interfaces, he will do that back end work by using classes only. So how we will do it? By using classes, he need to implement this interface methods. So how to implement these interface methods? By using implements keyword. Implements keyword. So you need to provide this requirement specifications. How many requirement specifications are there? Suppose here only one is there, I will add one more, M2. So two are there. So how to implement these two? That means how to provide the implementation for these two requirement specifications by using classes. So these two requirement specifications are there in which document? Enter one. So that means int here one. So that means at the back end, the service provider will provide a class and he can implement these two requirement specifications. He can implement it from his end. So he can implement it means, so he can write the body for these two methods. That is called implementation. Right. So now in this case, requirement specifications are there. Requirement specifications are for mediator between the customer and the service provider. So here the service provider is suppose broadband service provider. So service provider is implementing these services and he will provide it to me. So how I need to take the service provider details. So he is implemented. He is implemented. How I need to collect it from his implementation? So there is a mediator between service provider and customer, right? So who is the mediator? Interface. So using the interface, I need to call these methods. Internally, it will call these methods and it will provide the implementation. So for that, I need to write a customer class. I'm writing a customer class. So this is the customer class. So in the customer class, what I have to do? I need to call M1 and M2 methods by using this interface. So what I will do inside the customer class, inside the main method, so I will create a interface reference variable. So that is this reference variable. Here I will create a reference variable intr1. Reference variable is I1. So using this I1, I need to call M1 method and I need to call M2 method. Right, this way, that's it. Okay. So observe here. So this is the interface. This is the mediator between service provider and the customer. Just consider I kept in middle on that's it, nothing great. Right. So customer is below, service provider is above, mediator is interface. So there is a requirement specifications. These requirement specifications will be provided by the service provider. So how we will implement that is up to him. I don't bother. So how we will provide the implementation that is up to him. So what is my responsibility as a customer? What I have to do? I need to call his methods. Okay. I need to call his methods. How to call his methods? He don't provide the implementation to me directly. He will provide whatever the services he will give it to me. It is there inside the interface. So what I have to do? In my case, I need to call M1, M2 by using this reference. So I will create a reference for interface 1. Using that reference, I will call M1 and M2 methods. So interface 1 reference, M1 and M2. So this is enough to call the methods. If you call like this, what will happen? Okay, I will add SOP statement here. M1 method implementation and again M2 method implementation. So actually these are implementation related to the service provider. You don't provide implementation details to the customer. If you provide the details to the customer, so customer will come to know how they are implementing internally, right? They don't provide the internal implementation. They will show the what the services they will provide through the interfaces. Okay, the customer can interact with the interface only. So they will know what are the services they will provide. That's it. They don't know how they are implementing at the back end. Right. So here, if you are trying to call it, what will happen? So try to compile it. Java C xyz.java. You are getting some errors. What are the errors? Void M2. Service provider cannot implement interface 1. What happened? Interface 1, intr1. Service provider, M1 method, M2 method. Abstract methods. So yeah, sorry, sorry. పై పైన రెండు I1 I2 ఎందుకు తీసుకున్నామో అర్థం కాలేదా? ఇవా? ఓ సారీ, ఇది ఇది I1 అండి, I2 కాదు, I1. రైట్, రైట్. సో ఇప్పుడు వచ్చిన ఎర్రర్ ఏమండి, ఎవరైనా చెప్పగలరా? సో మనం ఆల్రెడీ కవర్ చేసిన పాయింటే. ఎవరైనా చెప్పగలరా ఎర్రర్ మెసేజ్ చూసి? M2 in service provider cannot implement M2 in interface. ఎవరైనా చెప్పగలరా? ఇక్కడ సంథింగ్ ఏదో ఉంది, ఇక్కడ కూడా సంథింగ్. నెక్స్ట్ లైన్ అటెంప్టింగ్ టు అసైన్ వీకర్ యాక్సెస్ ప్రివిలేజెస్. ఈ ఎర్రర్ ఎప్పుడైనా చూసారా? ఎర్రర్ ఎప్పుడైనా చూసారా? ఓవర్ రైడింగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్ వచ్చినప్పుడు చెప్పాను. సో పైన సూపర్ క్లాస్లో పబ్లిక్ అని ఉంటే కింద సబ్ క్లాస్లో పబ్లిక్ అనే రాయాలి ఓవర్ రైడ్ చేసేటప్పుడు. పైన సూపర్ క్లాస్లో ప్రొటెక్టెడ్ అని ఉంటే కింద సబ్ క్లాస్లో ప్రొటెక్టెడ్ కానీ లేకపోతే పబ్లిక్ కానీ రాసుకోవచ్చు. సో పైన డిఫాల్ట్ ఉంటే, సో డిస్కస్ చేసాము ఇవన్నీ. రైట్. సో ఇప్పుడు సేమ్ వే ఇంటర్ఫేస్లో ఉండే మెథడ్స్ ఏంటి బై డిఫాల్ట్? ఇంటర్ఫేస్లో ఉండే మెథడ్స్ బై డిఫాల్ట్ ఏంటి? పబ్లిక్, అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్. ఇంటర్ఫేస్ మెథడ్ని ఎవరు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తున్నారు? M1 మెథడ్ని ఎవరు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తున్నారు? సర్వీస్ ప్రొవైడర్. సర్వీస్ ప్రొవైడర్ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఏమి ఇచ్చాడు? ఇక్కడ డిఫాల్ట్ ఉంది. యాక్చువల్గా ఇక్కడ యాక్సెస్ లెవెల్ ఏంటి? పబ్లిక్. పబ్లిక్ ఉన్న యాక్సెస్ లెవెల్ని నువ్వు డిక్రీజ్ చేయొచ్చా? యాక్సెస్ లెవెల్ని you are not supposed to decrease the access level. So that's why you are getting the error message saying that weak carrying access. So you must define this method as a public, and this method also public. So compile it, you don't get any compile time error. So clear the screen, java c xyz.java. You are getting one error. So what is that? I might not has been initialized. So I1 might not has been initialized. That means you are using a variable I1 and this is belongs to main method. Main method means that is a method only. So inside the method you are defining a variable. So that is a reference variable. Even if this is a reference variable, you are trying to use it. This is a local variable. In this case, this is a local variable. So before using the local variable, you must assign some value. I1 is a local variable. Maybe that is a primitive type, that maybe that is a reference type, that is up to you. But this is a local variable, you are not assigned it and you are trying to use it. So this is invalid. So that's why it is telling that please assign some value. So in this case, what value we need to assign? So in this case, you are not supposed to create object like this. Why? Because this is interface. Interface, you are not supposed to create object, right? Just now in the first point we discussed. You are not supposed to create object for interface. Why? Because interface contains only abstract methods, no implementation. You are not supposed to create object like this. If you are trying to create object, it will throw error saying that instantiation is not possible. Cannot instantiate. Right. Then what value we need to provide here? Simple. Who are the implementers for this class, for this interface? You need to provide the class name here. So who are the implementers? In my case, service provider. Who is the service provider? The class name is service provider. You just give the class name here. So whoever implemented your interface, you need to provide the class name here. So now you are assigning the object of interface implemented class. So this is a class. So this class is implemented this interface. So that means you can assign a class to the interface reference, no problem. Right. So in this case, if you call, you will call M1 and M2 methods. Compile the code, compile successfully, try to execute. While executing, pass the main method class name. Main method is available in customer. customer, right? What happened? Something wrong? Java C, I used Java C, it's Java only. Java customer. You are able to get M1 and M2 methods. రైట్. సో అర్థమవుతుందా? అర్థం అవ్వట్లేదా ప్రోగ్రామ్? ఏమైనా అర్థం కాకపోతే అడగచ్చు, నో ప్రాబ్లం. రైట్. ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయా? ఎవరైనా వెళ్ళిపోయారా? ఎవరు వెళ్ళిపోలే. వెళ్ళిపోయారంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ ఎక్కలేదని అర్థం. ఓకే, ఇది ఓకేనా? ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఓకేనా? నాట్ ఓకేనా? రైట్. Suppose interface contains two abstract methods. So in these two abstract methods, suppose the person is providing implementation for only one. In this case, what will happen? So you will get compiled error saying that you must provide the implementation for M2 method. Otherwise, you can define your class as an abstract. Okay. So actually, requirement specifications are there. In these requirement specification, అంటే రిక్వైర్మెంట్ స్పెసిఫికేషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఈ రిక్వైర్మెంట్ స్పెసిఫికేషన్స్ని ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తా అని చెప్పి ఒక పర్సన్ వచ్చాడు. ఆ పర్సన్ నేమ్ సర్వీస్ ప్రొవైడర్. ఆ సర్వీస్ ప్రొవైడర్ ఏం చేస్తున్నాడు? ఒక మెథడ్కే ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ ఇచ్చాడు, రెండో మెథడ్కి ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ ఇవ్వాలి. ఎందుకంటే వాడికి తెలియదు కాబట్టి. సో తెలియనప్పుడు ఏమని అర్థం? వీడు ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేస్తానని ప్రామిస్ చేశాడు కానీ ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయలేకపోయాడు. ఇంప్లిమెంట్ చేయలేదంటే ఏమని అర్థం? 100% ఇంప్లిమెంట్ కాలేదని అర్థం. 50% ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ అయింది, రిమైనింగ్ 50% ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ అవ్వలేదు. సో అలాంటప్పుడు ఈ క్లాస్ని ఏమంటారు? అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్ క్లాస్ అంటారు. ఓకేనా? రెండో దానికి కనుక ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ ప్రొవైడ్ చేయకపోతే యూ మస్ట్ డిఫైన్ దిస్ క్లాస్ యాజ్ ఏ అబ్స్ట్రాక్ట్ క్లాస్. అదర్వైజ్ యూ విల్ గెట్ కంపైల్డ్ ఎర్రర్. right? So clearing the string java c xyz dot java. You compiled it, you are getting the error message saying that m2 is not overridden. M2 method interface 1, that is not overridden, non-abstract and not overridden, right? So in this case, you define this method as a define this class as an abstract class, right? So if you define this class as an abstract class without defining a method as abstract, what will happen? So you are defining a class as abstract, but you are not writing the method as abstract. What will happen? In this case, either you will get compile time error or not, right? So you are not getting compile time error. You define this as abstract, so that is enough. But in future, suppose some child is there for this class, he has to know what is not implemented. That's why you need to write that method name with abstract. So in this case, you are getting the error. The error is related to this one. You are trying to create an object, but the class is abstract class. You are not supposed to create object. That's why you are getting this error message, right? So in this case, you write a method. So this is coding standard. Okay, if you are not implementing, you just define a method with abstract. That is enough. So one method implementation he know, second method implementation he don't know. That's why he written that method as abstract and written this class as abstract. So in this case, what will happen? So he implemented half part. Remaining half part has to implement by someone else. Who is that someone? Maybe his child. His child means someone has to come here, class, some child class of service provider. Service provider extends service provider class. So in this case, so whatever the implementation is pending, so that part the child has to implement it. This guy has to implement this second part. Suppose he is implementing the second part, that is okay. Suppose he is not implementing, then he also abstract person. I am writing implementation m2 method from child of service provider. So in this case, this class is implemented. So remaining part is implemented, remaining half part is implemented by parent, remaining half part is implemented by child. No problem. So in this case, you can create object to child class, not service provider class. You can create object to child class. So for this child class, you create object. Then you can use M1 and M2 methods, both methods, no problem. Okay, clear the screen, compile it, try to execute it. Customer, you are getting both methods, one for child, one from parent. Right? So there are so many concepts in interfaces. So we'll discuss in tomorrow's class. Okay. Chepama.
సార్ ఇంటర్ఫేస్ ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ కంటే ముందు అనేవచ్చు మధ్యలో ఇచ్చినా ఏం కదా సార్.
సో ఇంటర్ఫేస్ అని అసలుకి జావాలో మీరు కోడ్ ఎక్కడ రాస్తారో ఏంటి అనేది అసలు ఇంపార్టెంటే కాదు. ఓకేనా?
ఓకే.
సింటాక్స్ ఫాలో అవుతుంటే చాలు, మీరు ఏడైనా రాయండి. సింటాక్స్ ఫాలో అయితే మీరు ఎక్కడైనా రాసుకోండి, నో ప్రాబ్లం. ఇది పైన రాయాలని రూల్ ఏం లేదు. కంపైల్, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్. సేవ్
ఓకే.
చేశాను, ఆల్రెడీ ఫైల్ సేవ్ చేశాను, కంపైల్ చేశాను, ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేశాను. సింటాక్స్ రూల్స్ ఫాలో అయితే రాస్తే చాలు.